What if I told you that two people can invest the exact same amount of money, and one ends up with over $1 million more than the other, just because they started earlier? That's not luck. That's compound interest. And it's probably the closest thing finance has to a real-life superpower. Imagine this. Person A starts investing at age 20. Just $100 per month. Nothing crazy. No lottery winnings. No millionaire salary. They invest until age 60 with an average annual return of 8%. By retirement, they end up with roughly $350,000. Now person B waits until age 40 to start. Same monthly investment, same return, same discipline. But by age 60, they only end up with around $59,000. That's a difference of nearly $300,000, caused mostly by time, not effort, not intelligence, not income, time. This is why compound interest has been called the most powerful force in personal finance. Albert Einstein allegedly called it the eighth wonder of the world. And whether that quote is real or not, the math absolutely is. So what exactly is compound interest? Why does it make such a massive difference? Why do investors love it, while credit card companies secretly hope you never understand it? And why does starting early matter more than investing huge amounts later? Today, we're breaking compound interest down in the simplest way possible. No finance degree required. Compound interest is basically interest earning interest. That's it. Normal interest means you only earn money on your original investment. Compound interest means you earn money on your original investment, plus all the previous interest you already earned. Think of it like a snowball rolling downhill. At first, it barely grows. Then suddenly, it becomes enormous. And the key reason? The snowball keeps collecting more snow on top of the snow it already collected. Money works the same way. Let's make this painfully simple. Imagine you invest $1,000 with a 10% annual return. Year 1. You earn $100. So now you have $1,100. Year 2. You don't earn interest on just the original $1,000 anymore. Now you earn interest on $1,100. So you make $110 instead. Now you have $1,210. Next year, you earn interest on $1,210. And this cycle repeats again, and again, and again. At first, growth looks slow, almost boring. But over decades, the curve starts going almost vertical. That's why people often underestimate compound interest. Human brains are surprisingly bad at understanding exponential growth. We think linearly. Compound interest grows exponentially. Here's the part most people miss. The amount you invest matters. But time matters more. Someone investing small amounts consistently for 40 years often beats someone investing huge amounts for only 10 years. Because compound interest needs time to snowball. This is why starting early is such a massive advantage. Even small delays matter. Waiting 10 years doesn't just mean missing 10 years of investing. It means missing decades of future compounding on those investments. In other words, the earlier dollars work the hardest. And this creates a weird reality where time can matter more than income. A person who starts young with average investments may outperform someone richer who starts late. Unfortunately, compound interest is not always your friend. Debt compounds too, especially credit card debt. Many credit cards compound interest daily, which means if you carry a balance, interest keeps stacking on top of previous interest constantly. That's how relatively small debt can quietly become enormous. For example, a $2,000 credit card balance with high interest can spiral out of control if only minimum payments are made. This is why debt often feels like financial quicksand. Compound interest can build wealth or destroy it. The math works both ways. Banks understand this extremely well. That's one reason credit card companies make billions every year. Now for one of the simplest finance tricks ever invented. The rule of 72. Here's how it works. Take the number 72, and divide it by your annual interest rate. The answer tells you approximately how long it takes for your money to double. Example: if your investments grow at 8% annually, 72 divided by 8 equals 9. So your money roughly doubles every 9 years. At 6%, about 12 years. At 12%, about 6 years. It's not perfect math, but it's surprisingly accurate and incredibly useful. And once you understand this rule, you start seeing time differently. Because doubling multiple times creates huge growth. One doubling turns 1,000 into 2,000, but several doublings? That's where things become life-changing. And honestly, this is the strange part. Most people spend years in school learning things they may never use. Yet almost nobody gets taught compound interest properly. Which is weird, because understanding this concept can literally change someone's financial future. Imagine learning at age 15. That time matters more than trying to get rich quickly. That investing consistently beats waiting for the perfect moment. That debt grows silently in the background. And that money can either work for you or against you while you sleep. Compound interest isn't magic. It's math. But over enough time, the difference can feel magical. Quick reminder, everything in this video is for educational purposes only and does not constitute financial advice. See you in the next one.